Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me. So I'm just gonna be having a casual conversation as I get ready today. I am using a couple new products. Once again, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless foundation, and I'm going to do an eye look with the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I did feature these in last Friday's chatty get ready with me as well, but I want to keep using them, especially the Naked Honey, to give you another eye look and then try to get my review going for the foundation. I wanted to chat about a subject that I've had in mind for a couple months now, and I'm feeling finally ready to just sit down and have a conversation of who really has the power when it comes to YouTube. I'm excited to have this conversation with you guys today. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay, so I'm gonna get you a little bit more zoomed in here. So like I said, those are the two new products that I'm using. Everything else, I'm just gonna be kind of really focusing more on the conversation versus the makeup. If you do want a few more of my thoughts on the palette and also the foundation, again, I will link Friday's video because I do kind of talk a little bit more in depth about those as I'm trying them out for the first time. But everything else that I'm using, products and also brushes, I will link in my description box if you are curious and if I don't mention them. So today's video, like I said, is a topic that I was so close to filming a video several months ago. It was a topic that I had been thinking about for a very long time. It's a topic that I've heard, you know, kind of talked about on YouTube, on Twitter, you know, in messages that I have with viewers and other creators. And I still have the notepad. I went and searched out the notepad where I had all of my different notes written down, my talking points, what I wanted to say. And I had it on my filming schedule to film that week. And during that week, we had a big old beauty community drama happen. And even though I had this video idea prior to all of that stuff happening, I felt like if I would have put out that video right then, people would have assumed I was directly talking about one situation, about one subject, and I wasn't. I was planning this video even before all of this stuff happened, right? So I was like, I just don't feel like the timing is going to be right with that one. I don't want people to assume I'm like addressing one situation when I'm not. So I was like, just put it on the back burner, just wait. And I'm kind of worried, you guys. I'm filming this video on Thursday and it's going up on Monday, and I'm like, oh gosh, just watch something happens in between the time of filming and people are gonna be like, are you talking about that? So like I mentioned in the intro and what will probably be in the title, kind of the main focus that I wanted with this video is to talk about who has the power when it comes to YouTube, like who is most powerful on the internet. And the answer to me is you. The answer to me of who has the most power on the internet, who's the most powerful, is the viewers. Without the viewers, without people watching videos, no one is powerful, right? So I think sometimes viewers, and in this category I'm also linking myself. Yes, I am a creator, but I am also a viewer. I watch YouTube videos all day long. I watch so many different creators, so I consider myself a viewer as well. I was a viewer before I started a YouTube channel. I would come onto YouTube every single day to watch videos, and I think sometimes viewers can forget how truly powerful they are because you see someone else on camera, because you see other people, you know, getting certain opportunities, from getting PR to getting brand collabs to brand trips to meeting celebrities to going to these like really lavish parties to, you know, obviously having these crazy over-the-top lifestyles, the cars and the houses and the closets and the shoes and the purses and all of that. I think that it's very easy to start to think, oh, they are so powerful, they have it all, like they are the ones who are controlling things. But really, who is controlling, especially I'm just gonna say YouTube. If I say internet, I'm specifically focusing on YouTube here. Who is the power behind of YouTube is the viewers. Who is watching the videos to give them those views? You. Who is sharing the videos? You. Who is having word of mouth about your favorite videos, your favorite creators, your favorite makeup products? You. You guys as viewers and creators as viewers are the ones who have the power. You see a lot of YouTubers these days saying things like, you know, I'm getting requests to do tutorials, but no one's watching them. I'm getting requests to use older makeup and use what's in my collection, but the views aren't there. People aren't watching them. So what happens when we see that as a creator? When I see a certain topic or a certain video doing well, I want to make more of those. Because what's that telling me? It's telling me the audience wants to see this. The audience is requesting these videos from me. So when I post something, I don't really do a lot of tutorials on my channel. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm an author chilling in small town Iowa who just enjoys makeup. But even like something like a get ready with me usually doesn't get as many views as other videos on my channel. When I post videos focused on older products like Throwback Thursdays, doing 3 looks with a palette, those barely get watched. I hear other creators saying this too. This is nothing new what I'm saying right now. I see it all over the place. There's been videos made about it, etc. Like, I mean, this is not a new thing. I'm not sharing anything shocking here. And I've seen smaller creators, micro influencers say this, and I've even seen really large YouTubers start saying like, is anyone still watching tutorials? Like, is that what you guys want or not what you want? In that regard, it's interesting because, again, we want to make what people want to see. I remember at one point I was assigned a YouTube manager. I no longer have her anymore. They switched up how many subscribers you need to be able to get that. But for a while I had someone from YouTube helping me, and she was analyzing my channel and giving me feedback and suggestions. And she said, people seem to really like this Will I Buy It video that you're posting. I think you should make it into a series. You know, either a weekly series or a monthly series, but make it into a series. Do it, you know, do it often, because this is the content that your audience is requesting. This is what they're asking for. And so, you know, obviously I turned the Will I Buy It into a weekly series, and it continues to be one of the top performing videos on my channel. And it's interesting to me, especially right now in the online beauty community, what I'm hearing is there's too many new releases. It's too overwhelming. I don't like to see videos about new releases anymore. I want to see videos about, you know, collections of what you already have, using what you already have, throwback videos. And those videos don't get as many views as my Will I Buy It series. My Will I Buy It series, like I said, continues to be one of the most highly viewed videos on my channel. And I'm trying to do more things where I'm bringing in my collection, like the ranking videos, which the ranking videos have started to do pretty well. If I look at all of my videos though, the Will I Buy It is still performing better. But other than that, even like Shop My Stash, Project Pan videos, those don't do as well. The Throwback Thursdays using older makeup still doesn't really do as well. So it's kind of that confusing thing where you see in the comments of people saying, like, a comment I get a ton is people saying, oh, I love this eye look. Do you have a tutorial on it? It's like, yep, posted a Get Ready With Me 2 days ago, but it has less than half of my normal amount of views because people aren't watching those videos. So it's very, very confusing. I think it's a very confusing time as a creator, because we'll read comments of people saying, this is what we want, this is what we want to see, this is what we don't want to see, but the views aren't adding up. The views aren't supporting that. And so one thing that I say a lot, I mentioned this too in a video I did recently, kind of like a Where Are They Now video. I was giving an update on like my Holy Grail safety net products that never fail me from 2 years ago. I was updating that video, and it was interesting to see a lot of brands that I had in that video are brands that I don't necessarily support today. There was, you know, some Morphe and Jaclyn Hill in there, and there was Kat Von D, and there was Tarte, who I went through a weird phase with Tarte for a while. And so, you know, I mentioned in that video that one thing that I suggest is, if you aren't supporting a brand or a person, you know, vote with your dollar, vote with your view. It's the same thing what I say on YouTube. If you're not supporting a brand, if you think a brand is not doing okay things, you know, vote with your dollar. Not saying that you have to go through your collection and throw anything away or declutter anything if you've already bought it, but going forward, if you're not supporting something, you know, don't purchase that. Don't give them your dollar, because, or else, you know, that brand's never going to know. And then it's the same thing when it comes to views. If there's someone you're not supporting, or there's certain content that you don't support, don't click on that, because giving someone your view is giving them your support. You know, I mentioned in a recent video that I found out some people of my personal life, you know, who don't really support me, are watching some of my videos, especially videos where I open up a little bit more about mental health, which is kind of uncomfortable. But you know what? thanks for the view. You're directly supporting my career. You're giving me AdSense money, so thanks. Like, in a weird way, you are supporting me. So again, if there's something that you don't want to see, you don't agree with, there's someone you don't support, and we all have those people, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone is different. But if you don't, better than going on and bashing someone online or talking about someone online, because you know what they say, all press, what is it? All press is good press, bad press is good press. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about someone, it's going to get eyes on that person. So even if you go online, you're like, I hate this brand, I hate this person, don't support, da 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 da. What you're doing is putting them in the spotlight. You're giving them the attention. Versus if you just don't do anything at all, you don't give your view, you don't give your AdSense money and all of that, your, what is it, the Google or YouTube Red or whatever it is, if you have that subscription, you know, creators still get paid even if you have that and ads aren't showing up on your end. But if that's how I feel like you tell someone these days that you're not supporting him, is through your views. As a creator, that's how I take it. When I see videos that are doing better, I want to make more of those. When I see videos that aren't doing as well, I want to make less of those, because I do want to make content that I enjoy, right? I want to make videos that I enjoy making, that I enjoy editing, that I'm excited to put out there. And so for me, I don't think I'm ever going to fall into something of like, oh gosh, I have to record this video today. I don't want to. There's so many different topics and ideas that I could talk about and all of that. And I can still, like, I feel pretty confident that I can still make content that I like and enjoy. But at the same time, I'm also making videos that people do want to see. So it's kind of like a fine line there. So I definitely don't want to be suggesting that only make videos that are going to get you views, because I don't think that's the right thing to do either. It's also fun to try new things and experiment and see if maybe something is working for your channel or maybe it's not. You know, I love doing fashion videos and clothing hauls. I think that they're so much fun. They don't do great on my channel. I have a friend who also has a beauty focused channel, and when she does fashion videos, they are her best performing videos. That's fantastic. Even though we both have very similar channels and we have, you know, very similar content that we produce, we can each put out one of these videos and it can be the same thing with the same title, with the same thumbnail, and hers are going to do better because that's her audience. So you have to be very, like, you have to be looking at your analytics and your analytics only if you're a creator, and can't compare yourself to other people. So again, that was me just wanting to remind you guys how much power you have, how truly how powerful your view can be, and how creators are genuinely looking at the views and seeing what videos, you know, not only are getting views, what's the engagement like? Are you know, are videos getting more thumbs up than thumbs down? Are people sharing the video more? That's all knowledge that we can see, all information that we can see on our end in our analytics. I am someone who has my likes and my dislikes publicly turned off. That does not mean that you can't like or dislike a video. You still can, and I still see it on my end. I've just chosen to publicly have those turned off, and I have, like, probably within the first year of starting my YouTube channel, I think. I saw another creator who had them turned off, and I reached out and asked how, and then Googled around a little bit and turned them off. Just a personal preference. I've seen some other people do it. I don't think it's wrong or bad. I don't do it for select videos. It's just every single video, those are turned off. But you still can like and dislike my videos, and I still look at those. They have a percentage now in our back end, so you can see this video got 99% thumbs up. Great, that video probably did well. If there's a video that says this video only got 95% thumbs up, I'm like, maybe people didn't like that content. So any way that you engage with a channel and with a video, whether it be a view, whether it be thumbs up, thumbs down, commenting, sharing that video, again, those are all things that we can see in our analytics page. And those are, if you are a creator paying attention to that, or you have a manager or someone paying attention to that, we notice that. So you are so powerful when it comes to YouTube videos and the content that's being put out and the content that creators want to create for you. Don't forget how powerful you are. So don't think just because, oh, I'm not the one making the videos and I'm not the one getting this or that, like I'm watching while I'm at work, I'm watching while I'm on the treadmill, I'm watching while I'm breastfeeding my baby. You are still the ones holding the power. So yes, as creators, like, you know, we're putting ourselves out there, and you know, we're trying to make these free videos for you to come over on YouTube and watch and enjoy and all of that. but a lot of times I truly think a lot of the power goes to the viewers. And along that same line, another thing I wanted to talk about that's been on my mind for a while is how many people see when people say, how many people see when people say, I write books for a living, that's cool. But you see people say a lot, I wish YouTube would go back to the old YouTube, right? Have you ever been someone to comment that or think that or tweet that? Whether you're a creator, whether you're a viewer, you think, why can't YouTube be like the old days and be like how it used to be? I will say from my point of view, and I understand what viewers are saying, you know, they're saying, you know, we want the tutorials, we want the how-tos, we want the hauls, we want, you know, we want to see people back in their bedroom just doing this for the love of makeup because they have passion. And now it's turned into this, you know, people trying to get famous and people trying to get this and that and all these different things. Like, I want it to go back for just being people who are passionate about makeup. First of all, there are so many people who are doing this because they are passionate about makeup. Even now, if people see what it can be and they can see the money and they can see the fame and the celebrity and all these different things, there's still so many people who are starting channels because for the love of what they're talking about, for the passion of what they're talking about. And I think that's important to remember. I have a flip side that I want to offer you, and just, you know, just a different piece that I want to throw out there at you and see what you think about this. When I hear people say, I wish YouTube would be like the old YouTube, as a creator, I think that myself. I wish YouTube would be the old YouTube as well. If you don't know, I started my career in social media in 2009 is when I first started blogging. I started blogging about books, about beauty, about fashion, about fitness. I blogged getting LASIK surgery. I blogged doing Jillian Michaels 30-day shred. I blogged like shopping trips. Like, I started as a blogger in 2009. And so I've been able to see over the past 10 years how the social media industry has changed, how bloggers have changed. And I find it quite fascinating myself. So even though I haven't been on YouTube for 10 years, I still have been in the social media space and in the blogging space for 10 years. So I've seen a lot in that time. And I've been a part of different industries too. I've been, you know, obviously very heavily in the book industry as a book blogger. I used to own my own publishing company. I have 7 novels published right now. I've worked for publishing companies, and then also the beauty industry. I've been able to see both, which is fascinating to me. But one thing that I would say 10 years ago, there was not as much pressure and not as many expectations on creators as there is today, on influencers, as bloggers, whatever you would like to call us. There wasn't the amount of pressure or expectations on us. Yes, 10 years ago, people could be posting YouTube videos in their bedrooms with crappy light, and all of that, and people were having so much fun watching those videos, and it was great. And over time, as things changed, now there really is expectations of having the best lighting in every single video, having the best backgrounds, having the best editing, having the best cameras. There's more expectations on creators today to have these like almost overly produced videos, because there's so many videos that I post where the lighting is bad or my camera goes in and out of focus, and I get those comments. And I just don't think you really saw those comments truly as much 10 years ago, because people were just excited to be watching these videos and to be learning and to have a new space. So when people say, I wish YouTube would go back to the old YouTube, I'm just wondering if I'm the, you know, I don't think that I'm the only creator who thinks, yeah, I do too, because it was a simpler time, if you will. We didn't have these, you know, kind of added expectations. And I think definitely throughout the years with, you know, social media and the internet in general, definitely things such as trolling, cyberbullying, that has become so much more prevalent these days. You know, really, when I started 10 years ago, I didn't think at all about trolls. I didn't think at all about cyberbullying. I would maybe get like the odd comment here and there, usually someone like really disagreeing with a book review of like, I loved that book, how would you hate that book, you know, that sort of thing. But nothing like it is today. I mean, people feel so powerful being behind the computer and being on their keyboard, saying the most cruel things to someone. And that's okay these days. That's expected these days. You know, one thing that I get a lot when I talk about either cyberbullying or something like that on the internet, it is without fail that I will have someone tell me, well, you're choosing to put yourself on the internet. That is a part of the job. This is an expectation these days, is to have haters and to have trolls. And how sad is that? Because that's not how the internet started. That's not how YouTube started. It wasn't an expectation 10 years ago to expect to have 20 comments a day telling me how dumb and ignorant and stupid I am and how dare I spend my money this way and why aren't my nails done? Did I skip my latest nail appointment? Are you gonna get your hair done anytime soon, girl? Like, those comments were not coming in 10 years ago. So I just thought I would throw that out there at you too, of, you know, do I wish YouTube could be like the old YouTube? Do I wish the internet could be like how it was 10 years ago, where people were simply just excited to be able to connect with other people? You know, it's a big reason why I started blogging, was because I didn't have people in my real life to talk about these topics that I was so passionate about. And so I took to the internet to find them. And we were all just so excited to connect with people and to learn about different things, to learn how to do winged eyeliner and find your perfect foundation shade. And that was exciting. And through the years, it's definitely changed. So that's just something that I wanted to offer up at you as well, that I think viewers think that, and I think creators probably think that too. You know, some days we wish it was a little bit more of just the times where people were excited and those expectations weren't as high on bloggers. Coming in to the Naked Honey palette, I'm first gonna pick up the shade Hive. One thing that I had on my list is that I don't want to be someone who tells someone what they should or shouldn't watch, right? You choose what you want to watch on the internet. I mean, we're all different when it comes to the content that we're wanting to see, and I mean, we're all different in just what you know, what our preferences are. I mean, there are some people out there who pay money to go watch those It movies. Not me, not this girl. No, I can't even watch those previews, guys. Like, there are people out there that pay money to go see those movies, and I'm like, oh heck no. You know, so we all have different preferences and what we want to watch. But one thing that I wanted to say, because like I've been saying, you're the viewers and you hold the power. I want to, maybe this is something that you know, maybe this is something that you might not know. But a lot of times YouTube, when it comes to videos that we upload, YouTube is really looking at the first 24 hours, especially of that upload, the 24 to 48 hour mark. So 24 hours, very important. 48 hours, YouTube is still also looking at. And if a video is doing well in those 24 to 48 hours, YouTube is more likely to kind of push out that video, if you will. It'll pop up in the subscription boxes, but YouTube is making note of that in their algorithm. So videos that do better in the 24 to 48 hours, that's good. So also as a creator, we kind of know that. So that's what we're watching. And even when we go into our back end, that is a new thing with YouTube. Just went through some updates and changed around their dashboard. That is something that we see now. We see those analytics with those 24, 48 hour marks compared to our other videos. It'll have us in the green, it'll have us in the red, it'll say, it'll straight up tell us people are watching this more, yay. More non-subscribers are clicking on this video, woohoo. Less subscribers and non-subscribers are watching this video, boo, red down arrow. We know that, we can see that information. So that is something that we're looking for when we post a video. So my idea, my suggestion is, I don't want to tell you, you know, especially like if you don't like the drama videos, don't click on them. People are still going to watch them. I think that just has to be accepted these days, right? Like, people are going to watch them. But if you come on YouTube and you see your subscription feed and you see a video, I don't know, ranking makeup, reviewing a new product, a shop my stash video, you know, something like that. And then you see a video that's, you know, spilling the tea on someone and, you know, different things like that. And both those videos were posted at the same time. My suggestion to give you more power would be to click on maybe that video first from a smaller creator who's wanting to shop their stash to use some more products. Maybe clicking on a review of someone, again, maybe ranking their makeup or sharing a Sephora haul, you know, something like that. And then when you get done, yeah, you know, go ahead, you go back and, you know, watch whatever other video it is that you want to watch. But I'm trying to give you maybe some new information if you don't know it, to, you know, make sure you are using your power the way that you want to use your power. Again, maybe that's not how you want to use your power. Maybe you want to use your power to push up those other videos. You got to do you. But just remember that you are really, as the viewer, you are holding that power. You are your view is what we're looking for at those 24 to 48 hours. Your view is going to tell us what videos you want to see more on our channel, what topics you want to see more on the channel. So especially that 24 to 48 hour timeline is very important. So that would be my suggestion. You know, I don't want to tell you what to watch and what not to watch, and, you know, say like you shouldn't be doing this or watching that. Just maybe watching a different video first can really help someone out. So just food for thought. Thought I'd throw it out there. Go into a little bit of drip here on the end too, and add that into the crease with one of the brushes from the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. And another thing too that I would recommend is to, you know, share some of the, I'm gonna say like non-drama. I don't mean to be like picking on drama here, but you know, share when people just make like a bomb video that's like super informative and you learned a lot or you saw a great look. Because I'm on Twitter all day long. Like, I'm always on Twitter. I'm always seeing what's up. I love Twitter. And so many times I see people talking or sharing about things that they don't like, that they're mad at. Guys know I'm just I try really hard to be a positive person. And so when I just see so much negativity being shared, it makes me more negative. It puts me in a negative headspace. And so it's just something, again, that I wanted to encourage. Maybe instead of going to the internet to badmouth something or to share a video that you were mad at, again, even when you're sharing a video, that's engagement. That's something that we can see. That's other people, like, you're sharing a word of mouth. Even if it's bad, you're still sharing a word of mouth, and someone else is probably going to click to be like, oh, I wonder what that's about. So if we share more positive, that can really make a huge difference. So I don't know, I just thought that I'd point that out too, because it's something I see on Twitter literally every single day, is people posting negativity and bad things, and it's just doing the exact opposite most of the time. For my shimmer shade on the lid, I want to go in with Amber. And I'm just going to apply that to the inner part of my lid. I am going to use some setting spray, like I noticed in last Friday's video. Just the Urban Decay Naked shimmers just tend to perform better if they are wet. So I'm going to do that. And then kind of one last topic that I wanted to wrap this up with is chatting about, I've noticed that it seems like there's more kind of commentary videos starting to pop up. Right? I don't want to call them like drama videos, because there's definitely drama channels, right? They're straight as. But I've seen a lot of beauty focused channels starting to post more of these commentary videos. And I'm going to be honest here. When I first started seeing that, and I started seeing it more and more and across multiple channels, my first feeling was disappointment, just to be honest. And then I thought about it some more. Like, this has been, you know, like a couple months now. Like, I've been thinking about it. I've been seeing it more. I've been trying to consider it and keep an open mind. And as I've thought about it more and more, I don't feel disappointed, because I get it. Again, where are the views going these days on YouTube? These commentary videos are doing so well because people are wanting to see them, and they're clicking on them, and they're clicking on them in those 24 to 48 hours because they want to see, you know, opinions, or they want to see the tea or whatever it may be. So those channels and those videos are doing so well because the audience is saying that that's what we want to see. So I just wanted to be honest and saying, like, that was my first thought, was kind of like, oh no, like, there goes another channel going off on this end, and like, this makes me really sad. But as a creator, I do understand it. And also at that same point, and I still support these channels. Like, I mean, I still support these channels and all of that. I'm not mad at anyone. It's also given me the thought of, do I continue with my channel? I truly have had that thought, and I've been doing a lot of soul searching over, you know, the past few weeks and months here, because I'm someone who, I just like to keep things more positive. You know, I have a Teespring store with some merch on there with like positive vibes, with like inspirational quotes. We call ourselves the Positive Posse. And so I'm thinking, is it worth it for me to keep going? I put so much work in my YouTube channel, right? I post 6 days a week. I post usually over 20-minute videos. It takes a long time to film. It takes a long time to edit. Like, I put a lot of work into my channel, and I'm thinking, I'm seeing where the trend is going. I'm seeing that these, you know, kind of more commentary videos are getting more and more popular than the kind of your traditional beauty videos. I'm seeing even people like Desi Perkins and I Love Sarah E, who have, I mean, Desi has millions of subscribers. I Love Sarah E, I think, is close to 1 million. She does beautiful makeup looks. I'm even hearing them mention people just aren't watching tutorials anymore. You know, I want to keep making them, but no one's watching them. And so it truly has me thinking, what is the beauty community space on YouTube going to look like even next year? Are people still going to be interested in watching these tutorials? Are people still going to be interested in the actual makeup? Or are we starting to move to where we're more interested in the people and maybe some of the drama that can come with it? It really has, I mean, I'm just trying to be honest. It really has me wondering what the future of YouTube is going to be. And it has me wondering my future. The thing about me is that sometimes I feel like if I say something, then like that has to be me for like the rest of time. Like when it comes to like, I'm just gonna use a makeup example. I used to wear false lashes all of the time. False lashes, I mean, on camera and off camera. Going out with friends, didn't matter, got my false lashes on. Sitting down to film, boom, got my false lashes on. And for a while, when I felt like I was starting to kind of get away from wearing false lashes, I was like, you can't, you said it's false lashes. You always wear false lashes. Don't change who you are. Like, you put it out on the internet, this is who you are, you can't change it. And then I'm like, okay, well, no, that doesn't really make sense. Like, even with lip gloss, I used to be, I'm not a lip gloss girl, I'm not a lip gloss girl. Now I'm like having dreams that I have a lip gloss squirt gun, okay? Like, I mean, like, let's just be serious. Like, you can change, your trends can change, thoughts can change, you know, all of that. And so sometimes I think with the internet and with me being like, oh, I'm more of a positive channel, it makes me feel like I can never touch on other subjects. And that shouldn't be the case, right? If I used to do these, you know, March musing videos is what I called them. I used to post one about once a month. And again, you know, I referenced one that I did in the past about big YouTubers, small YouTubers, you know, sponsorships and all of that. I've talked about brand trips and, you know, other things that have to do with the community. I think one of my like craziest videos that I feel like I've ever recorded was talking about why I can't trust a particular YouTuber after a scandal, and that was a really hard video for me to make. I was very nervous to make it because it was very, you know, not like what I put out on the internet, but that's why I felt so passionately about this subject that I recorded a video that had the highest amount of views in 48 hours out of all the videos on my channel, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there. So thinking about that, I'm like, you know what, I don't think that it's a bad thing if I want to branch out maybe once a month or once every other month and, you know, maybe cover something a little bit different. Again, not like I don't want to be more of a commentary channel. I don't have intentions of that. I still have the passion to want to talk about the makeup. I still have so much fun with it. But like I've been saying, I also do want to talk about some other topics. I'm very vocal about mental health, depression. I've been trying to get more vocal about items such as community service. I want to be able to bring those into my channel as well. And then maybe if there's something like this topic that I just feel strongly about, to sit down and, you know, at the same time I'm doing my makeup, I'm not just like chatting to a camera, I'm also doing makeup. And, you know, in today's video, I'm, you know, trying to use some new products too and all of that. But I want to give myself a little bit more freedom to be able to discuss topics that I think are important to me. So that's kind of one thing that I've thought about too. So I wanted to say that, you know, I'm gonna bring back the March Musing series and you know, maybe once a month, or again, like I said, every other month or something, maybe try to touch on something and offer my insight or kind of my opinions or my feelings on something. And I don't know, see how it goes. Again, maybe those videos won't do well. I don't know. But again, the power is really with you guys and what it is that you want to see. And they went ahead and did my brows off camera. I kept like waiting for like a good stopping point, and then I just felt like I just kept going. So brows are done. But in closing, because we are about done, we are wrapping it up here. In closing, kind of the main focus of this video was again to talk about who I think kind of holds the power when it comes to YouTube. And if you've noticed my thumbnail, one idea that I had when I was thinking about doing this video once again was including maybe some of the people that you might think has the power, some of the really big influencers and creators, and some people that you might think like, you know, they have the biggest voice. But then on the other side, I wanted to include you guys, the viewers. I reached out to, you know, some of my wonderful viewers that are so supportive that I talk to almost every single day on some sort of platform, and asked them, you know, would you be willing to send me in a photo so I can use it on a thumbnail for my video? like I was like super sketchy in some of my messages, just like, you want to send me one of your photos? But everyone whose photo you see up there has allowed me to use their photo, has given me permission and sent me a photo in so I could use it. But I just was really inspired to do that because, you know, again, it's so many of you that are driving the views and are driving, you know, you're really telling creators what it is that you want to see, and letting us know and supporting us and commenting and sharing our videos and all of that. And I just felt like so many faces, so many faces deserve to be up there. Don't get me wrong. There was so many people I could have contacted and asked to use their photos. So, I mean, those are just a few that I have in my thumbnail. But you guys, you know, you have the power. I just wanted to remind you because I think maybe sometimes people might forget or might think, you know, because you're not in front of the camera, maybe you don't have that power, but you do. So thank you to everyone who let me use their photo in my thumbnail. I very much appreciate you. Just wanted to give that reminder, and maybe just a few other ideas or suggestions or just thoughts that, you know, maybe it'll get you thinking a little bit. Maybe you hadn't thought of something that I said in this video and it'll get your gears turning or something. But really just wanted to have a conversation. Finish off the look, I'm just going to do my lip combo. I'm going to use a little bit of MAC Honeylove and top it with the Persona lip gloss in Honey. Alright guys, after that is going to wrap it up for today's chatty get ready with me. I hope you enjoyed some of the conversations that I had in this video. Of course, I'm really looking forward to your comments and your feedback on what I had to say today. Again, all of the makeup that I used will be linked down below. I'll have some further thoughts coming on both the Charlotte foundation and also the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If there is any other kind of these like March musing sort of videos or topics that you would like to see me discuss, I would love to know those in my comment section as well, of course. And, you know, as always, thank you guys so much for your continued support and for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it so much. So if you guys did enjoy this one, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.